Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's get connected up to everything. Perfect. Alright then, as you might be able to see from the screen, we're at Suzuka with the M4s again. Wicked. So this is the penultimate round of NxtGen Racing's BMW M4 League. So a new league for this season, something that they have just really started to do. And yeah, like what's up with the back of P-Gibb's car? I thought it looked a bit wonky. It's proved a good season. I quite like the format, although we're switching it up a little bit for this round. So this round we're doing... Let's get rid of that. So this round we're doing 15-minute quali and then two 15-minute races. It has been just 10-minute races before now, so we're doing a little bit more this time round. So I think it's more because Suzuka's a longer track, so we've got 2-minute lap times instead of like 1.5 that we were doing before. So I think it's just to give the guys a little bit more opportunity to get some action in. Suzuka's a bit of a leveler as well. It's quite an involved circuit, very technical. You need to be on your game at Suzuka. Very simple to make mistakes. We will of course take you on a lap around Suzuka as well. One of my personal favourite circuits in the world. Oh God. Sorry, I'll forgive me, I'm tired. I've been on a big walk today. It just tired me out. So I'm just waiting for qualifying to get underway. Just grab my keyboard. There we go. Is this working? Yeah, perfect. Qualification is underway. Let me just get myself a bit more comfortable. There we go. (18:05). How you doing, Squire? Get yourself out qualifying, mate. Good to see you in the stream. Yeah, so for those of you unfamiliar with the format of the BMWs, if you've maybe not tuned in for this before, this might be your first time watching. Very similar to the Thursday night Megans that we've covered in the past, or we're still covering it. This is designed as a spec series, so the cars are all exactly the same. They have the same tyres, they have the same fuel loads, everything is exactly the same, and they don't deplete away during the race. So drivers don't have to worry about managing anything, they just need to worry about going fast. And that's what they tend to do 9 times out of 10. I'm alright, JPH. P-Gib, how you doing? I'm alright, Idol. Cheers for jumping in, guys. Appreciate the support. Those of you not familiar with this, it's a relatively short stream, so 15-minute qualifiers just started, then straight into a 15-minute race, and then after that we go to a 15-minute reverse grid race. So 45 minutes there or thereabouts in total, less than an hour. We should have this all wrapped up for you. Martin VXR, how you doing? Just on outlaps at the minute, it's nothing to report, other than Luke Doherty getting it wrong at Spoon. But you'll see that once or twice tonight. I have got the tables as well. I have not forgot about the tables. In fact, let's do that now. Give me a sec. There we go. So this may disconnect me from chat temporarily, so I apologise if it does that. So leading the way in the M4 GT4 League is Philo, and he is on 296 points. And we've got P1 Donington on 245 in second, then Luke Mitchell a very close third, 243 points in third, then Luke Doxey quite a way off these guys. Admittedly in 4th, 189 points to his name. Then Bigsy on 143 points. Bigsy's just ahead of Dark Sykes on 142 points. Then we've got Duds. Duds is currently holding 7th with 128 points, and then TP86 Racing with 104 points is in 8th. 9th place is currently occupied by Danzo, 99 points to his name, with Shadow Stalker in 10th with 97 points. And then there is, to be fair, a bunch of people that have rarely driven or have been fillers. So in terms of the championship fight, Philo looks to have got it sort of signed, sealed, delivered, but 2 rounds left. There's opportunities for people to steal points, particularly P1 Don. Ah, nice one, dude. Yeah, I've not confirmed my commitments for next season yet, so I don't know what I'm streaming next season yet. I've pre-warned Mark that someone's got to give, because I'm not being funny, but I'm knackered. So I don't know, mate. I don't know. I've covered the Megans for a while, so I sort of feel like I want to carry that on. But yeah, I don't know yet, dude. I'm gonna have some. I was thinking about it in the off season and see what I can sort of definitely commit to, because I don't want to overcommit myself than just end up resenting it. You know what I mean? I'd rather carry on and enjoy it rather than end up resenting it for it taking over my life. That's all. Millerman, I'm good, dude. Good, mate. I'm good. I appreciate it, JPH. Yes, I've enjoyed that series. I mean, I've enjoyed the M4s. M4s are some banging racing in these. Some absolutely class racing in the M4s. It's just time, mate. That's all it is. It's just time. It's something that, although we've graciously been given more of because of lockdown, I guess it's sort of made you appreciate that once lockdown's sort of over and done with, you kind of really need to grab life by the ghoulies and start doing things. And I guess that's what I kind of need to think about. Plus, I've got some serious gym time to do when lockdown is up. Right, so most people, bar 2 or 3 people that are just going around now, have set lap time. So let's have a little bit of a go through the field. I would just expect these guys to be doing pure quality laps to the end. They don't need to pit and get fresh tyres or anything. So these times may change yet. So current provisional pole, P1 Don. In fact, let me just put the sidebar on so I can get times. There we go. P1 Don 207.0 for Don. P Gib 207.7 for him in second place, with Luke Doherty 208.2 for Luke. We did see him. No, that was on his outlap, so that wasn't an issue. Duds with a 208.5, TP86 a 208.5 as well, so very close between 4th and 5th. Then we've got Danzo with a 209.1, Dark Sykes with a 209.2, so very close between 6th and 7th as well. 18.05 with a 209.6, a bit of a penalty this lap for 18.05, so he's got to shake that off. Then Shadow Stalker with a 209.9, Luke Mitchell 212.0, we'd expect better from Luke and we'll probably get it. Philo reporting a 207.6, but he's not going against him, so I don't know what's happened with Philo. And then Bigsy 210.8, but yeah, that's got to be improved on. So let's see if any. My controller's better for this bit rather than my keyboard. So P1 Don set to improve his time, which is already a 207.0. He's not going to improve. He lost out, but Philo improved. He put a 206.4 on the board with a little bit of aerodynamic assistance from Don. Luke Doherty, Luke Mitchell as well put on the board, so Luke Mitchell gets himself in 4th, 207.6 with Luke Doherty on a 207.3. So getting pretty close at the top. Philo has put a very good lap in though, a 206.4. That's going to be pretty hard to beat, you've got to be honest. P1 Don pushing a little bit too much through turn 2 there. Towards the end of the quali, we'll probably jump on board with someone. JPH, when you can, you need to talk to me about racer winners, mate. If you want me for that. Because I just need to make sure I'm free for it. Ugh. I know you do normally reach out to me and smoking near the end of the season. Or Mark does. Has Luke Doherty given up? He's parked it at the final corner. Might just be going for a power spliff, who knows. Right, a couple of personal bests happening. Nothing setting the timing boards. I like Luke Mitchell and P. Gibb both improving towards the start of the lap, but P. Gibbs picked up a little bit of a penalty. Luke Mitchell's just had to get out of the way of a crashing car, which was Philo. So these guys will have set bank laps. That's what we've already got on the board, and now they're just going to be trying to push the envelope a little bit, and that's where the accidents start creeping in here. Suzuka's an easy track to lap if you're not pushing it. So in race laps you tend to be fine because you're not going 2 balls out race laps, but qualies you're trying to squeeze every 10th out of these cars, and that's where the mistakes will happen. Yeah, cheers, yeah, jetpacks, no worries, whatever you know. Dark Side's improved to 085, but it doesn't leapfrog him up, it does drag him real close to Dubs though. Both on the timesheets and on track, because he was right behind him. Biggsy on a 209.3. Biggsy improves as well. That doesn't do much for Biggsy's position, I don't think. Doesn't change him up too much. Whoever you are, you're getting blocked. There we go. Spam. There you go. Get banned. Spam bot. That's all it is. Shadow Stalker 297 for Shadow Stalker, so that's them. They're still last, but very close to 1805's time. In terms of the top boys, Philo still 206.4 for him. P1 Don's on another hot one. Luke Doherty's still parked up at the side of the track. Some connection issues in one of the lobbies. Let's have a look at the timing screen. What's going on? So Philo set purple set to 1, matched his set to 2 times. Spoons, where a lot of time is won and lost. Seems to have done a good job through that. We'll get an update on his time towards the latter part of this straight. See if Philo's extending that. He's not getting a slipstream. He is slightly up on his time. He may well lose a little bit through here though. Casio Triangle, yeah, he's going to lose that time there through braking. This gets the back end all loosey-goosey. Let's jump on board with Philo actually for a flying lap. This isn't going to beat his 206.4, but hopefully the next one will. Right, and so down towards turn 1. So turn 1 and 2, you treat them as one essentially. So you break about the 50-metre boards, you let the car just coast to the outside, then you start getting the car turned in for turn 2. Get on the power about mid-apex, and then you start entering the SS section. You just think about, you have to think about the next corner every single time here, just where you need your car to be parked. And there's a nice little bit of green astroturf in the middle. That was very grippy. Philo did just miss it at that point. And then coming up the hill, the nature of this hill just means it wants to push your car wide all the time, so you have to be careful with the throttle up here, and then you start going down towards the Degners. Degner 1 can be taken almost flat, just a lift to get the car rotated in, and then Degner 2, very dangerous. You have to get the car hooked up on that inner apex or you will run wide. Up towards the hairpin then, a lot of overtaking opportunities will present themselves down at a hairpin if you're close to another car. Late as you're down on the brakes, trouble your way in, hook the apex in the middle, and it's really wide on the exit, so you can get on the power a lot earlier than you think you actually can. Down towards Spoon. Now when it does come to spoon, again you need to treat it like turn one, 2 corners in one, so 50 metres again. Start to think about getting the car turning, a little squeeze of the throttle, run the car out wide, but a very early turning is required to give yourself the best opportunity of a good exit. That was very nice from Philo then as we run up to 130R. I'm not sure if they're going to be flatting these cars. I'm guessing they are. 140 miles an hour going through here. A little bit of a lift from Philo actually. So not flatting these. Casio Triangle then, 125 metres, roughly a braking point. You can run the curbs here at Suzuka. The BMW is pretty capable at handling on those curbs. And then tuck yourself into the right for the optimal lap time. Philo's 206.4 is the time to beat at the minute. So 206.5 this time round for Philo, although he's currently holding on to that P1 spot with a firm grasp. P1 Don had a couple of bad laps. That's more the case that he's just been pushing it to see if he can improve his time. 207.2 that time for Don. Luke Mitchell's having another go of it. Luke Doherty's still parked up. P Gibb on a 207.3 now, so took another couple of attempts off his time. 207.4 that time out, so doesn't improve it. Darkside, you've just gone faster again with a 208.2. Does trail P Gibb by nearly a second, but also holds a relatively good lead over those behind him. Dud's in the pits. TP86 racing 8th at the minute for the Canadian that lives in the Isle of Wight. And we've got Bigsy with the Care Bears livery on a 209.0 for Bigsy. With Danzo, does he improve? No, he doesn't this time, but TP86 actually does improve. TP86 puts a 208.1 on the board. It's good enough for 6. That shuffles Darksides down a spot. Then we've got Shadow Stalker in 11th and 18.05. So Shadow Stalker has improved eventually, and 18.05 is still in last place for 209.6 for his current time. Philo's given up on the quali. And yeah, Luke Mitchell's kicking about as well. So I think it is Philo for pole then. He's driven an exceptional season as TNR Philo. He heads out the pits, but there's no time for him to set another lap. This is going to be it now for these guys. Suffice to say, they might just be getting the practice starts in and just figuring out what's what. Darkside's gone to the beach. Have you updated that livery? You were rocking the Mandalorian car for a while, Sykes, weren't you? If you're watching, don't forget to let me know who you're supporting in the chat. Final laps then. It's pretty much going to be it for most people now. Philo is your pole sitter. We've got 50 minutes for Suzuka coming up, followed by a reverse grid race. So if you do badly in the first race, all is not lost. You have a chance to kind of redeem yourself in race number 2 with a good performance in the reverse grid race. Very thirsty today. So P Gibb, I don't know if you're watching, but you weren't watching the stream on Thursday. Assuming you got your internet sorted out now. Don't know if you said you had to hotspot it or something. I'm assuming that is all good now. This car's been through the walls on it. Had a few off-track excursion. Has to be my favourite livery, that. Without a shadow of a doubt. I love that thing. OnlyFans Booty Queen. I kind of want to go and have a look at what that is, Bigsy, but I also don't at the same time. Internet's sweet. Sweet, mate. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Yeah, man. Just don't crash. They don't have to worry about it. There's no crashing necessary. Right, I'm learning my lesson. I'm just going to screenshot this so you may get a blue screen in a sec. There we go. Sorry about that. Just screenshotting it. Suzuka. There we go. Should be able to see the game now. There we go. So we're here at Suzuka then, ready and waiting to go in the BMW M4s. Everyone seems to get away well, no dramas at the back. Duds gets an absolute lead there over TP86 Racing, almost past the Canadian already. Philo then on the inside down towards turn 1. P1 Don getting almost shuffled out wide. Luke Mitchell trying to put his car there. P1 Don almost quite wise to it though, and just maintains his momentum. Danzo v Bigsy as we go through the S's. Moves can be made through the S's, but you have to be really careful through here. You don't want to be knocking a car off. Everyone's seemingly getting away well, quite nicely at the start. Philo making a break for it. P1 Don holding second place with Luke Mitchell in third, Luke Doherty in fourth. P-Gib fifth at the minute with Duds in sixth. TP86 Racing in seventh at the minute with Sykesy holding down eighth. He's pulled away a little bit from Danzo, who's got Bigsy for company. Shadow Stalker holding 11th for the time being with 1805 in 12th position. Luke Mitchell there, sorry, Luke Doherty will move up the inside of Luke Mitchell. So the two Lukes doing battle on track yet again this season. Luke Doherty's got the inside for Spoon, so Luke Mitchell might just have to give this one up and try and slipstream him back in later on. Oh, Luke Mitchell gets a kick of oversteer there. He's just able to keep that car on track. But that might actually give P-Gib a little bit of an opportunity to slipstream the Ibanez car as we go up towards 130R. One lap in the BMWs is about completed then. Philo leading the way, but P1 Don is keeping him honest. Just a couple of tenths separate the top two. Luke Doherty has got past Luke Mitchell. Was that down the inside? Oh, so that had happened. That had happened way before. Actually, I just didn't. I was just too lazy and didn't see it. But Luke Mitchell might try and have a go back down the inside of Luke Doherty here for third. Luke Doherty's squeezing him as much as he can. Luke Mitchell actually gives up on that move at that point. Duds is trying to put P-Gib under pressure. Gibbo ends up going a little bit deep. Does have the inside line for the first left-hander, might well end up keeping that position, but Duds just able to keep his car on the inside. That's going to bring Dark Sykes into the fight in the faster liveried car, matte black and gold. I have kind of missed the Mandalorian livery that's rocking on that. There's a couple of cars that have separated down at the back. I'm assuming they've had little incidents as we've gone through. Danzo is one of them. Can we see what happened to these guys? No, we can't, because whatever had happened to these guys has happened earlier on in the race. And yet again, we have not caught it on camera. So Philo and Don then starting to pull away a little bit from the two Lukes. 1.6 seconds a gap between those two now. Duds is past P-Gib. P-Gib may well try and fight this one back. That move had happened on the way out of the S's. Dark Sykes having to now contend with TP86 Racing behind him. TP86 was looking at a move just then, but not able to get that one finished off. And he's got a big gap behind him to Bigsy. 9 seconds out, 18.05. 10th. Shadow Stalker 11th from Danzo. As recovered before his first lap at 2 minutes 32. So not a very fast lap for him at all, as the top two in the championship, top two in the race go head to head. as we come towards the end of lap number 2. So it's Philo v Don. P-Gib is back past Duds now. Duds might well come back at him. But these guys are side by side going up through Spoon. Not through Spoon, sorry, 130R, and P-Gib just able to get that move made. But Duds is going to come straight back at him down the inside. This fight, though, is losing them to the guys in front. And it will keep Darksights and TP86 racing in the fight if they carry on battling away. You lose a lot of time going side by side through a Suzuka. It's certainly something you don't want to be doing too much if you can help it, but at the same point, they're short sprint races, track position's kind of important during these things. So you haven't really got much time in the race to worry about really being too strategically clever. You've just kind of got to get your car in front and keep it there, really. And the two Lukes go to war yet again. Luke Doxey's got a 7.5 penalty though. For GT Sport, he probably got that. Probably got a lot for daring to go near track limits, but he drifts it round the second Degner. Luke Mitchell, then I would imagine, is going to have a look down at the hairpin. Probably try and get some sort of cut back here. Just get a better exit as we head towards Spoon. Dud's still ahead of P-Gib with Darksights ahead of TP86, and then a big old gap to 1805 and Shadowstalker. These two fighting away for 9th place. Bigsy in the pits. I'm not sure why he's in the pits. We don't need to pit for this race, but whether he's just giving out on this one for the time being. Mitchell then actually backing off here to try and serve some of this penalty. This may prevent him from going for a move on Luke Doxey down. Oh no, they both follow each other off circuit. Luke Doxey then set the trend by going wide out of 130R, and Luke Mitchell just followed him through. P-Gib with a nice move down the inside of Duds, but has to give him room at the second part of that chicane, and I might just go back and have a look at that from P-Gib's perspective. So he's right next to Duds here. He might well back out. He does. Duds gets it a little bit out of shape though. P-Gib's just able to tuck his car up the inside. Actually gets on the brakes earlier, does P-Gib, but I'm guessing just trails off them a little bit later, and able to carry good speed through the chicane and get himself up to P5. But his Duds come straight back at him. No, he hasn't. Yeah, race winners is a good night. I've done commentary for the last 3 racer winners events, I think it is. Usually joined by Smoker. We have to do quite a bit of prep for that. You want to make it that, you know, these people who are racing in it. People who are racing that tend to put quite a bit of graft to get into it, so you don't want to give them some weak ass commentary. You want to give them the bomb. So yeah, we've got track maps up, we've got timing screens, we've got everything. It's the full deal. It's great. T.90 toot toot. I can't swear because I'll get my channel taken down by some sort of weird copyright claim by Roy Chubby Brown or something. But how you doing, mate? Top 2, class of their own then. They are 4.5 seconds clear of everyone else on track. P1 Don and TNR Philo. Philo actually having to go defensive, so these two are battling and still pulling time ahead of the 2 Lukes behind. Unsuccessfully been trying to get rid of those penalties of the 2 Lukes, but they are pulling away from P-Gib as we see Darksights just go off and he's knocking polystyrene boards all over the place. We might well go back and have a look at that. He's got plenty of opportunity to get back on the track. So he is following Duds down through Spoon. Let's just have a look at what happens here. So he's line into Casio Triangle's nice. Duds gets it a little bit, yeah. I don't know, it's weird that. Is that just GT Sport contact physics being GT Sport contact physics? Because I didn't hear contact on my headset. Who knows? Who knows? Actually, didn't look like Duds did anything wrong though. I'll be honest. But who knows? P1 Don's in the lead of the race. He must have got that done down at turn 1, but P1 Don is now leading the way with 2/3 of the race complete. P1 Don leads Philo. Luke Doherty leads Luke Mitchell, although he's carrying more of a penalty than Luke Mitchell is, so he's got to worry about that in the next couple of minutes. P-Gib, after that hearty fight against Duds, has managed to pull a fair bit of a gap because of these guys fighting. So CP86 Racing now out in 6th, Duds in 7th, Dark Sykes in 8th, and then we've got 1805 doing a good job up in 9th with Shadowstalk 10th, Danzo in 11th, and Big Z in the Care Bears kart. I do need to obviously off stream look at that, have a look at that link that is posted on the side of his door, but I'm not going to do that on stream. Good, thanks, bro. My night. Oh, you're not giving yourself a night off, mate? I don't blame you. Like, you stream a lot. You've got some energy levels. I don't know if you were tuned in at the start, but I was complaining about how tired I was. And I stream, what, 3 nights a week? But I do a lot of racing as well. Like, I do a lot of my own racing and stuff. But yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm less physically active at the minute than I normally would be, but I'm more tired. It's odd how that works. Just watching the battle of the Lukes then. Luke Mitchell's got himself the inside line then coming out of the final corner, then he's just been able to line up a move down into turn 1. To Luke Doherty, I'd doff my cap. If you've done that move around the outside, that is illegal. You're not allowed to do that. That shouldn't physically be possible. There's less grip out there. Oh mate, that's just beautiful. That's a work of art. That's beautiful. Been up since 3 AM for work, got mini meter look. Mate, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, man. No wonder you're having a night off though. You know what I mean? I don't blame you for that. Anything could happen in this. I mean, there's a lot of action towards the top of the field, so the battle for P1 and the battle for P3 are where we've really been focusing our attention, mainly because the rest of the sort of layout has sort of spread themselves out a bit, so unless one of them doffs themselves in, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion once you get down past P-Gib, really. Anything can happen with the Lukes. Don't forget, we've still got penalties being carried by these guys, so they've got to worry about those. We'll probably get 7 or 8 laps out of this, so yeah, they're going to have to get worrying about that and try and burn it off. No such worries necessarily for the top 2. I feel Philo's just going to bide his time, and he'll probably make that move in the next, well, when the opportunity presents itself. But he's not really been hassling him this time. Luke Mitchell trying to drive off the track to get past Luke Doherty here. Again, just backs out of it. The game tries to serve his penalty, but he's not burning that penalty away. Luke Mitchell's just trying to fill his mirrors up. Does manage to get some of that penalty served. Does Luke Doherty? Yes, he gets a little bit served as well. But with 2 minutes, so we're doing 2 minute 7 laps. So they're both gonna get another one in. P-Gib might. P-Gib should get across the line in time. And then from TP86 Racing down, these guys, this is their last lap now. So TP86 Racing holding 6th. We've got Duds in 7th. Dark Sykes 8th. Dark Sykes has then a big lead over 1805. Then it's Shadowstalk in 10th. And then Danzo in 11th. Meanwhile, at the top, Philo has made that move on P1 Don. Again, that was a turn 1 move that we missed. Oh no, P1 Don has decked it coming out of the second Degner, so I'm guessing here he's just touched the gravel on the left hand side. So through pushing the boundaries here, I mean you should just lift a little bit of a flick down, it's just to get the front end rotated, that's what he does. He just gets it, he just carries too much speed. He's just pushing that envelope really, and that has put him all the way down in 4th place. That's given these guys an unexpected promotion. It's given Philo a breather. If Luke Doherty and Luke Mitchell carry on fighting, that may open the door for P1 Don. But with a 2-second gap then between Don and the 2 Lukes, all these guys have to do really is absorb the differences for a little bit of time, and they should be home free in podium positions between them all. They have got penalties to serve them. If Luke Doherty doesn't get rid of that penalty in the next lap, it's kind of game over for him. Keep an eye on the gap to him and P1 Don. Luke Doherty's to go deep there. No, he doesn't. Nice and tidy. Luke Mitchell around the outside. They both ghost. They serve a little bit more. Luke Mitchell's got rid of all his penalty now. And through serving that penalty, P1 Don has took an entire second out of them that corner. So I would fully expect P1 Don to start going on the attack this lap. This is the last lap, as predicted. TPX6 Racing has finished the race. Duds has finished 7th with Dark Sykes in 8th. And then we're going to have Shadowstalker 9th, 1805 10th, and Danzo in 11th. But I don't really want to be taking my eye off this fight here for 2nd place. So to give you the lore and a little bit of the history, Philo is running away at the top. Luke Doherty currently holds 2nd, but also holds a 1.1 second penalty, which if he was to carry to the line, would put him probably behind P. Gibb. So he's got to get rid of that penalty, because it will just round up. He tries to carry a bit too much speed into the second Degner. He does what P1 Don did. Luke Mitchell's going to have a little bit of a go at him, actually going off-road in that BMW. To make sure he gets the inside line for the hairpin. He doesn't want to be slowed down by Luke Doherty. He knows that the car ahead's going to have to serve that penalty. And Luke Doherty's got to be cute about how he does this. P1 Don's got to pick his moment equally as well. He's got 2 cars ahead of him to worry about. How does Luke Doherty go on about serving that penalty? He's still got the exact same amount. P. Gibbs doing a great job of just pushing the envelope now, because if Luke Doherty's still got that penalty, P. Gibb will get that position. Or he'll at least get himself up into 4th. Luke Mitchell now trying to edge his way past the other Luke. Doesn't get it done there though. Does he lunge a late move down into the Casio triangle? He's going to be brave if he manages it. Meanwhile, TNR Philo wins the race. Luke Doherty is just going to have to slow down a line and serve this and see what happens to him. This should give Luke Mitchell P2. It should give P1 Don P3. And predictably, Luke Doherty crosses a line with that penalty, and it gives P. Gibb P4 instead, because it rounds it up. Not looking forward to racing. I just graphed it out, mate. Just graphed it out. Suzuka's one of them tracks where if you try to push too hard, it'll bite you. Just brake like 10 metres earlier than you think you have to. Like, don't sweat it, man. It's certainly not worth worrying about it. Head down and race your way. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's a tough track. It's a tough track. But you've just got to you just got to not think about it too much. Right. Oh, we've got a 10-minute gap. I'm not surprised. So to give you the final results of race 1, don't forget these results we have here are going to set our grid for race 2 in reverse. So we've got Philo first. He's going to be thrown right to the back of the grid next time. Luke Mitchell P2 for him. P1 Don brings it in 3rd. P. Gibb 4th. Luke Doherty 5th. TPX6 Racing in 6th with Duds in 7th. Dark Sykes in 8th, Shadowstalker 9th, 1805 in 10th, with Danzo in 11th, Bigsy in 12th. I'm sure did we have a 13th? No, we didn't. 10 minutes, so we've only got a 10-minute one. Nice, okay. Yeah, I think 15 minutes was probably a bit more. We didn't need 15. Penalty wouldn't drop again. Yeah, and I mean, it would only drop at the Casio Triangle. It wouldn't even drop by that much. Didn't think we were going to make it. I looked when you went across for lap, whatever lap it was before you did it, and you were fine. It was P. Gibb that was always going to be on the cusp. He had to do a 207 lap to get that next lap, and if he didn't do a 207 lap, he wasn't going to get it. Traumatic Dave! Why can't you race? I'm guessing, given the nature of your message, it's kit related, but hopefully you can get back with us soon, mate. Yeah, you did get pushed down to 5th. Try harder. Did a 208 and made it. Oh, nice. When you crossed the line, there was 207. Ah, fair enough, Traumatic Dave. No worries, dude. Hope everything's well. There's plenty of racing, mate. I think it's weird with these penalties. You have to brake to get rid of some of them now. Made a small error when I saw P1 done off. Yeah, that happened. The two Lukes were doing the same thing, mate. Like, I think they just felt bad for each other. So one of them had run a little bit wide, and the other one had followed suit. Let me just get rid of that. So, race number 2 then, back at Suzuka. What's this group you invited me to? I didn't see it, Danny. I'll have a look afterwards. Not enough sim time. Too much for me at the minute. I'm sat in this rig more than anything else at the minute. I'm started looking into actually building my own PC today. Priced it up. Even with me buying my own parts, it's 900 quid just for the parts, and then I've got to somehow ham-fist and shove it all together. It just seems like the prices on GPUs and CPUs at the minute is just hiked up. I think it was is it a Radeon Vega 580X, something like that, 8 gig, standard card, pretty much. It's like 400 something quid. Because I don't need anything uber fancy. Like I'm not going. I don't need ray tracing or daft like that. I just want it to be capable. I thought we had a break. Oh no, we're not going to break. Oh, mint straight into it. Next race should be 10 minutes. Oh, right. Right, just need to get spectating for race 2. There we go. Right, so this is a reverse grid race, ladies and gents. This is where it all gets spicy. I'm pretty sure I've already seen 1805 jump the start. Unless it's just my screen being funny. So the revs are rising. We're ready to go at Suzuka. We've got 10 minutes ahead of us here, so just under 5, probably 4 or 5 laps. Everyone gets away well. Dark Side's actually makes a very nice start. It's going to all be about how these guys from the back manage to make their way through here at this tight and twisted Japanese circuit. They've got to pick their moments or just wait for other drivers to fall off. P1 Don already trying to make those moves, and he's right next to TP86, managed to get that move done. He's just behind Luke Doherty, although he's lagging hard now, P1 Don. Danzo's starting to make his way through. Big Z following him. 1805. Go on, 1805. Do it for the lads, mate. Shadowstalker 4th at the minute. He's getting hassled all over by Duds. Oh, Duds is actually, I think he just touched the grass there on the right hand side and just putting him into the side of Shadowstalker's car. Philo already 7th, but he's got Dark Sides to get past before anything else. P1 Don down in 12th position. I'm guessing he's just lagged. Yeah, he's lagged out somewhere. That's what happened to P1 Don. Yeah, he's just got lagged. It's lagged all over the shop. We all got COVID-19, he got lag-vid-19. So Danzo's still leading the way with Big Z in second, 18.05 third. We have just seen Philo progress his way past Dark Side, so I've hit the replay button. We'll see what happens to Sight. See, Dud's fifth, Philo sixth, Luke Doxey seventh, TP86 Racing in eighth, with P given ninth, Luke Mitchell 10th at the minute with Dark Sights in 11th and P1 Don in 12th. What's just happened to Dark Sights? Oh, he's spooning it. So he's next. Philo's behind him. He's Max Verstappen himself off, hasn't he? So unfortunately Dark Sights struck himself off at Spoon. Yeah, I've got someone who knows. I know nothing about PCs, dude. Like, you wouldn't think I've got an electrical engineering degree, would you? But I don't know enough about modern gaming PCs to like know what I'm on about. So I used to build PCs, but we're going back years, like back in the days when they were easy. Now you've got water cooling and yeah, it's a nightmare. But I think a little bit more research and I'll know what I'm on about. Go on 18.05, hold Philo off. Go on, lad. Get that. He's holding off the championship leader here, 18.05. So no room at the end at the Degnan. It's very hard to make a move here. Philo would be hard. Oh, he goes for it anyway. I think 18.05 invited that, I'll be really honest. He went very deep. Philo just chucking one up the inside. Duds is next in line to try and get past the Frugal Gaming car. Shadow Stalker trying to hold off Luke Mitchell. Luke though able to drive around the outside. Oh Gibbo, what you done? What you done? I don't think we saw it, did we? Yeah, don't think we saw it. Oh Big Z, Wigsy, what you done? Oh, don't do that. I was going to shout unsafe re-entry at maximum volume, I think, but the Care Bears car just pummeled itself instead. So down towards Spoon. Did he just forget to brake, or did he just go a little bit far to the right when he did brake and his therefore brakes were irrelevant? No, just carried too much speed into the second part. We've all done it. Bit of a race update then. Start lap number 3, halfway point of the race. Danzo leading the way. He's got a bit of a lead over TNR Philo now. So it's Danzo first, Philo second, Duds third, Luke Doherty in fourth. He's going to be looking to get some progress made and get past the purple car. 18.05 holding 5th place at the minute with TP86 Racing 2 seconds behind him in 6th. Shadow Stalker 7th, Dark Sights in 8th with Luke Mitchell 9th. Luke Mitchell's not had a great couple of opening laps. P-Gib 10th and Big Z yet again, the Care Bears car back in the pits. So whether he's got a secret lady tucked up in these pits or something, I don't know. But he does a couple of laps and then goes and sits in the pits, and I don't know. Well, the Japanese are a strange bunch, aren't they? So anything could be happening in those pits. Danzo then starting to come under pressure from Philo. Let's jump on board with the current championship leader, see if he goes to execute a move. Danzo's quite cute, knows he's there. Philo able to get a very good exit out of that out of the chicane. Then we've got a basically fully flat section just before Spoon. Spoon is an overtaking opportunity if you're comfortable and you know what you're doing, but it's not easy to make a move happen down here. As you see Philo there just taking the more sensible approach and backing out of the move. Maybe technically easiest to get the full suck power down the back straight. just get that move made coming through 130R complex, and that is Philo technically now up to the lead of the race, although Danzo might well try and fight this one. And we can see Duds and Luke Doherty fighting away in the background in the same section of the corner as well. Duds will fight, that ends up going slightly off track, side by side there, and Duds very, very late on the brakes. Manages to make the corner though. And Luke Doherty fourth, but 1805 has caught up to those. 1805 has dropped the car behind by 2 seconds. He's dropping TP86 racing at a rate of knots. So 209.8 for 1805 that time around. So a good lap for the Frugal Gaming cars, keeping him in the fight. Philo now leading the way to Danzo. Danzo though has got a 3-second gap behind him to Duds and Luke Doherty. And if these guys keep fighting, it's good news for Danzo. We have only got this and the next lap remaining. That's it. Cheers, D-Dot. Yeah, cheers, man. I might call on that, but I have. I don't know yet. I'm tempted just to sort of sit and wait until the GPU shortage sort of resolves itself. I'm not in a rush. Like, I was just going to keep my eye on something used, but nothing good's coming up. You know what it's like. So Luke Doherty's got another opportunity then to try and get past Duds. Puts himself on the inside at the hairpin. Actually gets on the brakes early, but because he can trail brake, just lift himself gradually off the brake earlier than Duds was able to there. Gets that move made up to third. Yeah, I'll admit the pricing I've done so far is all on new stuff. I haven't seen any used cards yet, but I haven't looked at the same time. Oh, Duds takes himself wide at Spoon. Fortunately doesn't take 1805 out in the process. So let's have a look from 1805's perspective. So you'll just see Duds on the exit of Spoon here. His entry's a little bit sloppy, you can see the front end's wobbling all over the place. Just gets that aero wash from the car in front. Fortunately 1805 wise to it and just dips himself out of the way. I don't even need it for like heavy use, D-Dot. It doesn't even need to be an absolutely epic machine. It just I guess I just don't want to buy something that'll just do the job, and then I'm going to have to end up upgrading it after like a year anyway. It just seems like a little bit of waste of money and time, so I'd rather get something, I'm thinking, relatively decent processor, at least 16 gig of RAM. I was looking at like minimum 8 gig cards, SSD, you know, that sort of stuff. So relatively basic spec, but something that will be moderately future-proofed as well. Right, so evolving stories of the race. Now we're on the last lap. So for me, it's 1805. Can I keep this spot to Duds? He's got less. Well, he's got about half the lap to go. And if anything, Duds isn't actually catching him. Really? Yeah, 1805 actually is having a pretty decent go of it so far. Philo's doing Philo things and winning the race by a canter. Danzo, can he keep second? He's got a decent enough lead over Luke Doherty, but we know Luke Doherty's got some serious pace. TP86 is actually looking at like he might go on the attack here against Duds. And P-Gib's done a P-Gib at some point and thrown himself off circuit, so... Come on, 1805. Don't let him have you. Come on, TP86. Get Duds. Put him under pressure. Alright, anyway, Philo, race 2 win. Second win of the evening, and that's got to be his championship now. Mathematically, I don't think anyone can catch him now. Danzo, solid second for Danzo, with Luke Doherty in third. 1805 does bring it home in fourth, with Duds in fifth, TP86 in sixth. Dark Side 7th with Luke Mitchell in 8th. We didn't really see much of Luke Mitchell that time out. His last couple of laps were a lot better. Shadowstalker 9th, P. Gibb 10th, and Bigsy finally gets himself out of the pits for 11th place. Spec's not epic, but okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I could get a cheapish PC for not a lot of money. But what's the point? Yeah, what are we on about 1805? What was it the first race like that? Yeah, I told you. I told you. You got it. You got it. Alright. Next race for this. Next race. You want to tune in next Sunday night because it's from my favourite circuit, Bathurst. And there are rumours, ladies and gentlemen, that they're going to change the format for it. Just to make it a bit more juicy. Oh, is that what happened, Piggy? That's fair enough. I didn't see that on stream. You'll be glad to know. For the lads, P4 for lads. Let's have a confirmation of race results then. So Philo takes the win, and with that, he's got to have the championship now, hasn't he? Danzo, good P2 for Danzo. Kept himself out of trouble, nice and consistent. Luke Doherty in 3rd, 1805 in 4th, with Duds in 5th. TPA6 Racing 6th place for him, with Dark Sykes in 7th. Luke Mitchell disappointing race at Suzuka for him this time, but still decent enough points. Shadowstalker 9th, with P. Gibb in 10th, and Bigsy in 11th place. Bathurst next week. Lads. That made me laugh when you... Last race, but yes, Philo. Do it for it, lads. So what, Bathurst. I'm going to have to do Bathurst. If we do a 10-minute race at Bathurst, I'm going to have to do at least one of them in a full Aussie accent. I'm going to have my laptop up with like Aussie lingo just on my screen. I'll do it. G'day, mates. Looks like 1805 is going for the lead of the race. My golly gosh. Throw another shrimp on the barbie, he's got himself a podium. It's good, isn't it? Anyway, right, I'm a Struth. That Sheila's got herself in some right ding-a-diddle. Ripper. Yeah, I'll just have to get pissed as well and stream, just get absolutely smashed on 4X. And happy days. Right, so let's have a look. Week ahead, what are we up to? So, Wednesday night, D-Dot, if you're still here, you can tell me if I'm right on this. We're racing again Wednesday, aren't we? And we're at Catalunya. I'm sure we are. So that's the final of the Mature Racing Club Team Oliver Racing GT3 League. That's from Catalunya. So tune in for that because that's going to be an absolute banger. And then on Thursday night we're back with the Megans. I'm pretty sure it's their last race of the season as well. Then Sunday night back with the M4s for their last season. Middle of all that, we've got the SimFX Infinity GT Manufacturers Series post-race review, probably drops near the weekend. And then the Mature Racing Club Pro 1 League replays, which drop at the weekend as well. No worries, P-Game. Sorry, I was going to apologise for comments because I'm absolutely shattered, man. Absolutely exhausted, just tortured. Well, I'll tell a lie. Got tortured to go on a walk today, and I really wasn't feeling up to it, and ended up like walking pretty much all day. So I'm shattered, but it feels better for it. I didn't TP86. I didn't, mate. Sorry. Yeah, the problem with these 10-minute races, I'm always going to miss stuff. Cheers, D-Dot. Yeah, so what was I going to say? Me and you do need to talk at some point about a coalition of sorts. But we will discuss that as and when an available spot comes up. So just keep me posted, man. I'm up for it. Just let me know. I will end it now. I've got to go and do some bits and bobs before work tomorrow. So thank you always for tuning in. always appreciate the support that you give. Cheers, D-Dot. I'm down. Full 360. Nice. 360 no scope at 130R. Good night, lads. Well done on your P4 1805. Cap 6 and everything. Lads. Right. I'll see you next week for a bit more hot BMW action. There'll be some hot Renault action on Thursday nights as well if you want to tune in for that. 2 nice short streams to rescue. I'm no D-Dot. I ain't got the endurance that lad's got. He streams for like 6-7 hours at a time. I do an hour and I'm fed up. So yeah, it shows the difference between a good streamer and me, doesn't it? So yeah, I'll catch you then. Hope you all have a really good week. And I'll see you at some point on another stream. Thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. Bye.